Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Rishika Singh, you are appearing first time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what was your optional?
Sir, my optional is sociology.
Sociology.
Yes, sir.
You come from?
Sir, I belong to Lucknow. Yes, sir.
What are the famous historical structure in Lucknow?
So the prominent one which comes to mind is Begum Hazrat Mahal Palace. Sir, apart from that, there is Bada Imam Bada and Chota Imam Bada. And there are also some remnants of the architectural form found in the old parts of Lucknow. Yes, sir.
Which river flows in Lucknow?
Sir, Gomti River.
From where it starts?
Sir, I'm unaware of the same, but it is a tributary of Ganga River.
But it starts independently and merges to Ganga.
Yes, sir.
So from where it starts?
Sir, I'm not aware of the same.
Where it merges to Ganga?
So that also I am not aware. I'll read about it.
Okay. What are other major rivers of UP?
In UP, sir? Sir, Ganga flows in UP.
Just name it, all the rivers. Major rivers.
Sir, Yamuna. Sir, tributaries of both these rivers, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi. Sir, apart from that, I'm not aware.
How many districts are there in Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, 75. Yes.
How many Lok Sabha seats?
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact figure.
Vidhan Sabha?
Sir,
Vidhan Parishad?
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact. Yes, sir.
403 है?
Yes, sir.
विधान सभा 100 है एजेंसी और 80 है लोकसभा.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many states boundaries touches to Uttar Pradesh? How many states of India touches the boundaries of Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, Uttarakhand.
How many numbers are there?
So almost 5 states touch the boundary of UP.
5.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. So I'll read about it.
आपने 2016 में ग्रेजुएशन किया हुआ है.
Yes, sir.
2023 में आप इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं.
Yes, sir.
इतना लंबा गैप आपने बीच में क्या किया?
Sir, I have also given UPSC. I've given 2 mains and I've also given an interview. And this is also my second mains for PCS and my first interview. So I've been preparing since 2018.
You did your graduation in commerce.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between trade and commerce?
Yes, sir. So commerce encapsulates all the aspects of it includes marketing as well as production, pre-production, branding. So trade encapsulates just the trade part of the it's a subset of commerce. So it includes buying and selling.
अच्छा, अभी recently there was a summit, investment summit.
Yes, sir.
In UP. क्या था वो?
So it was the Global Investment Summit.
How much? अच्छा, इसमें जो pomp and show paid किया जाता है कि इतना investment आ गया, कितना investment आ गया?
So 35 lakh crores investment.
ये investment आ गया है कि these are just proposals?
So 19,000 MOUs have been signed, which will generate employment of around 93 lakh for 93 lakh people.
इससे पहले भी ये हुआ है कि कई बार MOUs साइन हुए हैं, कई बार ऐसे इन्वेस्टमेंट समिट, इन्वेस्टर समिट हो चुकी हैं पहले भी. MOUs का रियल सेंस में इन्वेस्टमेंट में डालना ना हो पाने के क्या कारण होते हैं?
So the basic reason that comes to mind is acquisition of land. There may be a filing system which goes through red tapeism. So credit availability and also so lack of cooperation between the country and the foreign countries. So these are the issues. So the current government is working on the same. Today only the Honorable CM has initiated the first phase of the MOUs. So worth 5 to 6 lakh MOUs, it has been started, and there is also an implementation task unit that has been assigned with each department to take forward this. process.
कोई पोर्टल है जिसमें क्लियरेंसेस की अभी आपने बात की, उसमें यूपी गवर्नमेंट एक स्कीम या एक ऐसा कोई पोर्टल चला रही है जिसमें सारे क्लियरेंसेस आपको एक सिंगल विंडो क्लियरेंसेस की बात होती है उसमें.
Yes, sir.
आप बता सकते हो?
So I'm unable to recall that right now, but I will read about it.
आपने हॉबी क्या रखी हुई है?
So reading novels.
किस तरीके की नॉवल पढ़ते हैं?
So basically mystery, detective, thriller, Agatha Christie.
अभी रिसेंट कौन सा पढ़ा हुआ?
So Cat Among the Pigeons.
कैट अमंग द पिजन्स. क्या थीम है उसकी? क्या कहानी है उसकी?
So it centers around Agatha Christie's most famous character, Hercule Poirot. He investigates a murder case in a private London boarding school. There is also a parallel storyline that goes around the revolution in Egypt. So the prince dies and his jewels are actually missing. So he actually uncovers those jewels.
Being a lady officer, suppose you are as DM at a particular station. So for women empowerment, आप क्या-क्या steps लेंगी? उन 4 steps के categorically नाम बताइए.
So the first step for women empowerment is education, female literacy. So the second step that comes to mind is infrastructure development, which includes transport facilities for women, ensuring. So the third step that comes to mind is again cognitive development, nutritional aspects, and so the fourth is mass awareness regarding the rights of the women. So equality and equity both should be considered. Yes.
Self-help groups, SHG.
Yes, sir. So these are a community of people, especially women. They come together and they work towards their betterment, either economically, mostly economically. So in the form of credit, in the form of vocational education, or handicrafts, or marketing and branding themselves.
North Indian states, UP, Bihar, sex ratio South Indian states से कम है. 2 कारण बताइए जो आप देखते हैं. 2.
So the first prominent reason is sun meta preference, as even the economic survey in 2015 had stated. So the second major reason is a prevalence of patriarchy, which is quite entrenched in the northern part of India.
What you referred at first point?
So sun meta preference.
Sun, okay.
Yes, sir.
मातृवंशीय समाज.
Yes, sir.
और मातृसत्तात्मक समाज. अंतर है कुछ इसमें?
Sir, I am not aware. Sir, मुझे इसका पता नहीं है. I have not heard the words. Yes, sir.
उत्तर प्रदेश में साक्षरता दर कितनी है?
Sir, 60% approximately. Sir, 57% है, but I am not able to recall the exact percentage.
उत्तर प्रदेश की जनजाति के बारे में बताइए.
Yes, sir. Sir, UP has Kols, Bhutiyas, Jaunsars, and apart from that, UP also has the PVTGs, that is Baksas and Rajis.
उत्तर प्रदेश में पंचायतों में महिलाओं को रिजर्वेशन है. हेलो, कितने परसेंट?
Yes, sir. So 33% reservation is given to the women in panchayats, as per the 73rd constitutional amendment.
यूपी में पूछना.
So UP, I am not aware of that specifically.
उत्तर प्रदेश में पर्यटन के विकास में क्या समस्या है उत्तर प्रदेश? टूरिज्म के.
Yes, sir. So the problems, the prominent problem can be understood in the there is lack of clusters in UP of the particular religious, or even it can be said monarchical kind of architecture is there. So there is lack of awareness and the media campaign regarding the same in the other states, popularizing the tourism aspect. I think that is less. And again, the second point is infrastructure development around these areas to provide more ease of staying to the people who come from outside the state.
Working women जो क्या समस्याएं हैं आपके?
So the prominent trouble that working women face is that of double shift in India. That means they have to work and then come back home and look after their kids and also do the household chores. So the second important reason is the global gender gap, again on which India ranks extremely low. There is glass ceiling in the working organization, so that is quite prevalent for women.
G20 सुना है?
Yes, sir. So it is a grouping of the 20 most developed and developing nations. They come together and have a conversation on the economic, political, trading and other aspects.
ऋषिका,
Yes, sir.
ये आपका नेटिव प्लेस क्या है?
Sorry, sir.
What is your native?
Where from you hail from? What is your native place?
Sir, Lucknow.
Lucknow. And your schooling has been
In Lucknow itself.
in which school?
Sir, St. M.R. Jaipuria School.
Saint M.R. Jaipuria School.
Yes, sir.
Saint.
Sate, S-Sate.
Become is very university.
Yes, sir.
Honors from
Yes.
Delhi University. So you are appearing in UPSC examination for civil services.
Yes, sir.
So have you appeared in some interview?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Sir, last year I appeared in the interview.
Do you have that scorings with you?
Yes, sir. So I got 140 marks in the interview.
And overall aggregate?
So overall I got 838.
And what was the cutting last numbers?
852.
Okay. Then why you want to appear in a state services examination?
So I believe that I am more related to my home state. So working in UP, I'll be able to contribute whatever knowledge I have gained while my preparation, be it the graduation subjects or my civil service preparation. I'll be able to contribute to the betterment of my state.
If you are more religious towards your state, then you must not appear in that pan-Indian examination.
Sir, but I believe it gives me more opportunity to have a more diversified portfolio so that I can contribute for the betterment of the society, ultimately taking my state forward as well if I represent my state on an all India platform. Yes, sir.
Have you heard the name of Sutherland? Your subject is sociology.
Yes, sir.
What is the latest theory which Sutherland propounded?
So I'm not aware of that, but I'll read on it.
When do you have your interview scheduled?
Sir, 21st March.
21st of March. Okay. You said your hobbies are reading novels, and particularly you named Agatha Christie. What do you understand? There is a character, Mrs. Marple. What lesson or what initiative or what kind of inspiration or whatever influence you get from her?
So, Miss Marple is another famous character of Agatha Christie. So, she's quite old. She's probably in her 80s. So, what inspiration I get from her is that a woman of her age, since old age is considered, especially for women, they are discarded. So, but she takes the initiative and without roaming around, she sits at her home place, and her main characteristic aspect, which Agatha Christie points out, is her way of having conversation with the people around her. So that is the one aspect she uses as compared to Hercule Poirot, who roams around and he actually goes to the place where the crime has been conducted. So I believe that we have a lot to learn from her, since in her old age she is
Sitting at one place, can anybody be a good detective and trace the crime which has occurred in his area?
Sir, she ensures that she gets the information from the conversation she has with the people. The local community loves to gossip. So, sir, that aspect is used.
Mrs. Marple is an introvert or an extrovert in her knowledge?
Sir, she is an extrovert, I believe.
You said that she is sitting at a place. So,
Sir,
whoever is an inert person is supposed to be introvert. How she is an extrovert?
So I believe that is because she is old, so she's quite frail. So traveling to a lot of places, it might be tough for her. So that is one aspect that I would like to point out.
Okay. And have you heard the name of Conan Doyle?
Yes, sir.
Who was he?
Sir, I believe he has written Sherlock Holmes. Yes.
You're interested in detective novels?
Yes, sir.
You believe or he has written?
Sir, he has written Sherlock Holmes, but I haven't read.
And have you heard the of Ian Fleming?
So I've heard his name, but I haven't read their novels.
Only confined to Agatha Christie.
No, sir, I read other genres as
Who
well.
was Leo Tolstoy? Was he a novelist, poet, or?
So Leo Tolstoy was a philosopher. He wrote Phoenix Farm, which inspired Gandhiji to create the same in South Africa. He talked about manual labor and how women and men should should do manual work because it enhances character of a person.
Okay. And Charles Dickens?
So I've heard about him, but I am unable to pinpoint.
Was he a novelist?
Yes, sir, he was a novelist.
And Maxim Gorky?
So I haven't heard this name.
Okay. Tell me one thing, Vishakha. Vishakha is one guidelines which the Supreme Court Honorable has given about female protection. Have you come across such a name, or what are the provisions which has been given out, resulting in some kind of act which was enacted somewhere way back?
So Vishaka guidelines were given by the Supreme Court to ensure the protection of women at the workplace. So after that, the sexual...
What is the name of that act?
The Sexual Harassment Act of 2013. It talks about creation of ICC in every organization employing 10 or more people. So if the organization has less than 10 or more people, then the head of the organization takes that. Otherwise, we have to create an ICC which should include mandatory one woman in its committee. Yes.
आपने अपने इसमें जो फॉर्म भरा है, जैसा भरा है प्रेफरेंस ऐसा ही वहाँ पे भी भरा है?
Sir, अभी I have not filled my form right now.
Okay. इसमें आपने सबसे पहला प्रेफरेंस SDM का दिया है?
Yes, sir.
क्या एडवर्टीजमेंट में SDM का पद है?
Sir, Deputy Collector is the...
Do you know the difference between the two?
Sir, I haven't read about it till now. I'll read about it.
अच्छा चलिए आप SDM बन गए तो ये बोर्ड आपको SDM बना देता है। You're sitting at your office और आपको अचानक एक सिचुएशन मिलती है, इंफॉर्मेशन आती है कि एक एरिया है, कम्युनली सेंसिटिव एरिया था जहाँ वायलेंस ब्रेक करता है, रिजल्ट्स इन कम्युनल राइट्स, जहाँ स्टैबिंग या आर्सनिंग या गोली चलने की बात आती है और इमीडिएटली कहीं एक ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट होता है मैन क्रॉसिंग पे और बस कोलाइड्स विद द ट्रेन और लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर इंजर्ड एंड chaos and such kind of situation has happened. और on the top of everything जो कोड में खार कहलाता है कि मानसून का सीजन है, एकदम रिवर ओवरफ्लो कर रही है और किसी के समय एम्बैंकमेंट टूट सकता है, हजारों लोगों की जान खतरे में, विलेजेस मैरून हो सकते हैं। एक SDM के रूप में आप हाउ यू विल रिएक्ट टू ऑल थ्री सिचुएशन?
Sir, I will ensure that there is a task force which should have been formed beforehand for the last thing you mentioned, the breaking of the banks. So because it comes under the disaster force, so that is employed, and I do have the right to ensure that can be subsumed. So regarding the communal rights, I'll ensure that I follow my EQ, that is the emotional quotient, and get the community leaders on board and have a conversation with them. Sir, with regards to the train accident, I can ensure there is proper help to those people.
What kind of help?
Sir, I will ensure that the health ambulance is there, basically in the form of the Medicare staff should be dispatched extremely quickly to that area. Sir, also I will...
Will that be a priority to you, or saving lives, which is called the golden hour, in which you can save more lives, or otherwise it is a national or international news and other trains on the same track also needs to be cleared. So कैसे आप करेंगे कि ट्रेन को वहाँ से हटाना भी होगा और घायलों को क्या प्राथमिकता होगी?
Sir, I will ensure that first of all the lives of the people are more important. So that should be my priority.
जब आप मैम कर रही होंगी तो उस दरमियान तो कई सारे लोगों को चाकू लग जाएगा, बहुत सारे लोग मर सकते हैं, राइट को ऐसे ही छोड़ देंगे अनअटेंडेड?
Sir, in the riots also I'll ensure that a task force is assigned.
टास्क फोर्स तो एक थी, वो आपने डिप्लॉय कर दिया एम्बैंकमेंट वाले पे.
So that
आई डोंट नो मतलब टास्क फोर्स गठित भी है या नहीं.
So that
रूटीन फंक्शनिंग हो रही है तो कैसे फिर आप डील करेंगे?
So the embankment area, I would prefer the disaster task force to be mandated.
Have you heard the name of NDRF or?
Yes, sir.
क्या है?
National Disaster Response Force.
तो उसको नहीं यूज करेंगे?
Yes, sir. So that is what I meant, the district aspect of the NDRF, because it has it's a tri.
NDRF coordinate with the line departments.
Yes, sir.
Line departments.
Yes, sir.
Railway है, hospital है,
सारा कुछ आप अकेले करेंगे या
Yes, sir.
करेंगे या
you have to coordinate.
Yes, sir.
Actually, you cannot do everything.
Yes,
you cannot be at a time at all the three places. Right?
Yes, sir.
So you have to coordinate
Yes, sir.
and place the orders. ये करो.
कहीं खुद भी जाना हो तो
कहीं जाना तो आपको जाना पड़ेगा.
सिचुएशन में कहीं एक जगह जाना है तो कहाँ जाना चाहेंगे?
Sir, I will go towards the railway because people are actually dying over there. So
जहाँ स्टैबिंग और गोली चल रही है, आग लग गई है और वहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा अंदेशा है, कम्युनल सिचुएशन तो फैनेटिक होती ही है, तो वहाँ ज़्यादा लोग मर सकते हैं क्योंकि एक्सीडेंट में तो अब एक्सीडेंट हो चुका है, उसको प्रेफरेंस नहीं देंगे.
Sir, I believe in the communal the riots, already the police is over there, but in the railway accident which has happened,
railway police is there, RPF is there, railway protection force is there,
yes, sir.
railway police is there.
Yes, sir.
तो आप क्या सिचुएशन पे पहले जाएंगे? रेलवे?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, I think it is all.
Okay, thank you, sir.